do think I got everything. Pretty sure anyways. Waiting for Phil. We're gonna be heading out to Hippie Fest today. I'm gonna be spending a couple days out there, then it's gonna be going straight to work.
All right, for the 7th year, we're packing up. We're headed off to the local hippie festival, and Captain Dan's going for his first experience, so this ought to be a good one.
Phil, what do you got me into?
Well, this is your first year. I'll give you the quick rundown. We got 4 days, 4 nights, 30 bands, 2 coolers full of food, and another 2 coolers full of beer, and you better behave yourself or we're gonna throw your ass in the fire.
Captain Phil's first words of advice.
That at this festival, if I have to answer every question that you ask,
If I have to explain everything you see here this weekend,
your head will blow right off your shoulders.
your head will explode.
Let's see, do we have everything? We have our beer. Do we have our beer?
Good.
We got beer. Do you have beer? Everybody's got beer. We got firewood, we got our tents, we got our easy ups, we got our camp chairs, we got our camp stove. We got spring water for the sissies in the group. I think we're about ready to go. We ought to go do this thing. When we set up camp at this festival, there's 6 or 7 of us local guides that all get together for our last big hurrah before the season starts.
This is our last chance to relax before we go weeks without any sleep.
What people don't realize, we have to make all our money in about 3 months out of the year, so we've really got to be on top of our game. We knew that Captain Dan wasn't really prepared for this, so I had to loan him a tie-dyed t-shirt just so he didn't look like a cop. There you go.
My woman's got a laundry list of things for me to do. My woman wants them done before the day is through. But come this weekend, well, I'm nowhere to be found. I'm pulling up my roots, I'm Salmon River bound. I'm not asking for something that ain't new. Haven't you got the news? 'Cause I'm sitting back, chilling out, loving life, digging up those Salmon River blues. Fish on.
Hello. Hey, Tim. Good. Where you guys at? Oh, okay. We won't dock you too many fish for being late.
We'll get on these guys hard for being late. Grab that cord, Frenchie. We'll be ready to roll here. I can only imagine how many fish this is going to cost us. Good morning. How are you? Good. Got it. Yep. What's going on, man? Good seeing you. Doing good. Doing good. Doing good.
Ryan's wife, Ruth.
How you doing, Ruth? I'm Troy.
Megan.
Megan, nice meeting you.
Ryan.
What's going on, buddy?
How are you?
Hey, doing good. Doing good.
Captain Troy Creasy of High Adventure Charters fishes out of Oswego Harbor, 25 miles southwest from the famous Salmon River. Oswego Harbor is a main port off Lake Ontario and offers tremendous fishing.
Just bring that one up to like a 105. Everything seems to be in that 90, 100, 105 foot range, okay?
Okay.
Well, every morning's a crapshoot, you know? You leave the dock, and what it is if you had a good evening the night before, which we did, you go right back to where you were, you know, on your last trip. On the way out, I saw one boat fighting a fish, so that's a good enough place to set up, you know? I've been here all week, so we're just gonna get set up here and see what happens.
Today we're going to set this 500 feet. And this is the grave digger, or the client killer, either whatever you'd like to call it. But it's very stealthy. So it's an important rod in our program if the fish are a little scared of the boat. And it's been pretty good to us lately.
As long as I've been chartering, I pretty much have worked alone. I have an autopilot, and I just like doing everything myself. But I'm getting older, you know, and it's nice to have a break and spend more time with the people, concentrate on speed, all that stuff. So this year I opted to find a mate, which is tough to do, to find a good one. And Frenchie jumped ship on the one he was on, and he's with me now. We're happy to have him on board.
we'll watch the temp, and if the temp maybe comes up a little bit, we might shorten our copper a little bit, and if the temp drops, we'll add a little bit more copper into the water and put it down a little deeper.
The only thing these big fish do is they just pull harder than a little fish, you know? The main thing is you see how those rods are bent in the holder? The deal is just keep that bend. The whole time you're fighting the fish, you can maintain that bend, we're in great shape. You don't want to point the rod right at the fish or straight rod them because it can pop the hooks. You don't want to give them slack line because then the hooks can come out. So as long as when you're fighting a fish, you keep a good bend in that rod, we're good to go, okay? We'll get one on here and walk you through it.
The Run, presented by Gamma Line, is brought to you by Gamma Line. All fishing lines are not created equal. Corkers, gear up, time to fish. Visit Oswego County, New York. By Sheffield Products, when precision counts. NASCAR Racing Experience, the authentic racing experience. Life Proof, let's go. Yukon Cold Locker, take the Yukon Challenge. Solar Bat Performance Sunglasses, make you become a better fisherman. All Season Sports, your single equipment source for New York's Salmon River.
Hey Phil, I've been getting some tweets as to why us run captains have been using Gamma Line.
Dan, what the heck is a tweet?
Higher braking strength, cast longer with accuracy, more natural presentation.
Meat, baby! Hey, you catch more fish. Guaranteed.
Your time on the water is too valuable to be compromised by your line's performance.
Forget about getting complicated. Are you confused? Forget about it. Just save with me, folks.
Caroline's pretty simple this month of September if you're shopping for a new Ram truck here at Fusello Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Absolutely. $349 down, $349 a month. Keep it simple.
Brand new 1500 Ram, $349 down, $349 a month. How simple is that? See more at Fusello.com, mobile on your smartphone, Route 81 to exit 41, where it's simply huge.
Out of Oswego Harbor and across Lake O, the AM Bite has been a struggle to start the 2013 season and has come to be a waiting game thus far.
Usually by now we've picked a few fish, but our best bite's been like 9 to noon. I mean, it really has. It's been, you know, the idea is to get a couple before then, which we didn't, and then at 9, 10, 11 o'clock beat them up pretty good, you know. So it really has, you know, out here fishing in the deeper water, it's just, that's how it's been.
But this is salmon fishing. Things can, and usually do, change at any second.
Oh, come on, be there. Nope, he's not there. You wonder how they hit that meat, drive the hook, and get away. But that's what they do. They're good at it, man. They come in from behind, that meat's whirling around, they grab that meat, I never even felt them. So, anyway, let's get that back down and get another one.
It happens very quick. It's there and you better be on it, and that's kind of why you want to stay right back on those rods. Because, you know, 1 second too late and that was your fish, you know, or at least that's how we take it.
We'll get a couple more of those out, see if we can do it again.
So it would be as quick as you can and try to drive a hook into them.
Just off High Adventure starboard side is Captain Tom Burke, Troy's good friend. Tom also runs his business out of Oswego Harbor and has been chasing these kings for decades. Tom and his mate Andy Bliss have been fishing cold steel together for 15 years.
Lift, lift, lift. Just lift up, work them up, work them up. Ready? Start reeling fast and drop towards them. Well, you're not ready yet.
Well, we got out to about 300 feet. We had these huge bait pods here on the screen. That's a nice pod, and they're pretty red, like something's scaring them, chasing them. So, and that rod went off. But we also were making a turn, and the inside rod went off. So it looks like maybe we got to slow down a little because we had marked some fish and they didn't hit. So we're going to try a little slower once we get this fish in. We're slowing down now just to give them an advantage on reeling the fish in. But we want to get that first one in the boat, break the ice.
That's 230 nonstop. All right, he kind of stopped. There he goes. Now he's kind of stopped. You're just going to lift the rod easy. Lift it right up to your chest just about. And then reel down towards him. Reel on the way down. Still at a standstill. He's not ready yet.
Right now they're feeding still and smelling the rivers a little, but they're not committed 100% yet.
Downside is when he hit, I think he came up into this other rod. I can feel him on here a little bit shaking. Try to get this in, get out of his way so we can land this big shark. He just come off. Did he not?
Came off right there, right at the surface.
Keep reeling. He just come off.
Came off right there.
Yep.
That's a revolting development.
There's nothing else out here that fights this hard.
Sometimes it's good luck to lose the first one, then you get all the rest. Sometimes when you get the first one real quick, then you have bad luck after that.
Back out on high adventure? It's time for a new approach.
We can get on some fish, we're gonna catch them. And we got a lot of confidence in our sunny day program. We got some items that have just been doing real well in the sun. So we're gonna get them out there and see if the fish wanna play with them. Wouldn't be any fun to just watch those rods fly and pile them up in the cooler like we do some days. Nah, you know, every once in a while, you get humbled, you gotta work for them. We'll get them. We'll get them.
Back aboard Cold Steel, the hookups just keep coming.
And hey, come on. Yep. See that yank and just let go.
But putting them in the net is proven to be a challenge.
Oh yeah, yep, he got him. You can't get them all, but you hope to get a few. As long as they keep biting, you know, eventually you're gonna win, but until you beat one or two, it really gets you aggravated. You just keep on keeping on.
The longer you do this, you realize that, you know, you may give them slack or there's things you can do wrong, but an awful lot of times they just come off. It's the way they hit. The hook's in a bone and it doesn't go in deep and it twists and comes out. So, you know, these fish are out there fighting for their lives and they do a lot of twisting and turning and change direction. And, you know, I don't know why you get this group of captains sometimes out there that want to blame their client for every time the fish comes off. Maybe, okay, it's not our fault, it's their fault, but sometimes it's nobody's fault.
They're doing everything they can to get away.
And you know, those guys they were just reeling, keeping the line tight, and it just popped out.
When they're down there, sometimes it's tough to get them locked up, but we'll get the next one. We ain't gonna go 0 for 5. I'm not letting that happen.
Yeah, when these guys are back there, I'm getting them on the fish and they're hooking up, but they're losing them. I gotta go back with the little voodoo doll and I do a little chant and I hang it around there. And usually I think more than anything, it just distracts them so they're not thinking about losing fish, and then the next one, they get it in. So we just did the chant. We've lost 4 fish in a row, so we're gonna see what happens. See if it works. If the next fish comes in, it works.
The salmon are here, and this is the run.
Captain Rick here for All Season Sports in Pulaski, New York. Whether you're on the Salmon River or in Alaska, whether you're trolling Big Lake Ontario for dime bright kings, or your style is fly fishing or spin gear fishing on the Salmon River, woo! All Season Sports is your single source for fishing equipment. Fish on, baby, fish on! Stop in or shop online at allseasonsports.com. Tell them Captain Rick sent you. Fish on.
The fever. Intense. NASCAR racing experience. The authentic racing experience. Packages start at just $329. Thrilling. Yeah! The rush. The NASCAR racing experience. Call 1-877-RACE-LAP today.
We've been getting a ton of response through email about the center pin fishing itself. You know, a couple people live in Alaska or the West Coast, you know, Rick, I can't come out, I can't come to the Sam River and fish with you, we want to learn. So we went ahead and took the liberty of making an in-depth learning video for center pin, and which you can pick up online, which is listed below me here. You know, hopefully you'll get into it too, no matter where you are in the country. This is a great system. Hope to see you soon on the water. Fish on! Out of Oswego Harbor, history shows that the salmon are always stacked up this time of year and are normally on the bite and in the net. Cold Steel lost their first 4 fish and are pulling out the Lucky Charm.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, ho, hey, 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 hey.
On High Adventure, they too are switching things up. No bites yet, and the clients are feeling restless. But this is fishing, and fishing can change on a dime in the big pond.
Enjoy yourself. It's only been like 4 hours. All you're gonna do is keep a good bend in that rod. Now when that fish comes at you, reel like crazy, okay? Reel, 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 keep reeling, keep reeling. He's there. Just don't give him any slack, okay?
Who knows if it was, you know, the flasher change or it was just, you know, we crossed one that was ready.
Let me just bump us a little bit. I want to slow us down and turn. She's got it. She's doing it right. As Frenchie says, she's got game. All we got to do is put it away there.
That's the thing you never know with fishing. Maybe the greatest part of it is you never get to figure it out exactly, and you get your theories, and it probably was the chip.
That lure was out before. It was just in a different position with a different fly, you know, because it's been a good player. We had it on the rigger, it didn't go. Put it on a copper, it didn't go. Gave it a break, hour later, put it down on the diver, you know what I mean? So when we change stuff, we don't change a lot of drastic things. We just kind of move it around, you know? You got confidence in it, you can't take it off, you just can't.
We're gonna slowly bring this fish straight up at us. It's just nice to get the fish in the warm water and back behind everything.
Well, we got the fish on. That diver that we have out there, when the fish strike, it's supposed to trip and release. And it almost acted like it didn't release, because when it releases, that it'll come up to the top to a point and it's staying straight down. We're not gonna really see the fish coming, but we'll know because of the line counter where that fish is. But he's gonna pop up right behind the boat, he or she, you know, right there 10, 12 feet back. So when we get that counter down to about 30, 40 feet, we're gonna get the net out, try to move some rods around and just be ready. 40 some feet. So we got a little ways yet. Yep. She's fighting the fish and the diver, which there again, it goes along with the tough day that we're having. You know, if everything's clicking for you, that never happens. The day you just need those couple fish, this is what goes on. We could always double. Geez, we wouldn't want to do that either, would we? Wouldn't want to get another one while we're fighting this one. Geez, that wouldn't be any fun either. Okay, you're gonna reel that disc right to the tip. Reel, reel, reel. Get all the way down to the tip. It's gonna take you a couple more pumps, and we're gonna pull him right into the net. Just like that. My God, we got one. There's one left in Lake Ontario.
Hey, nice fish too. That's why she was
Big
deep.
fish. We've been very fortunate this year. There's been some days where we've had those 1, 2, 3 fish days, but that's been as bad as that's as bad as it's been so far. You know, we've been able to put at least a couple in the boat. So we'll keep going. We got time. We got time.
We were hurting there before that. So we're still hurting, but we feel a little better than we did 20 minutes ago.
Aboard Cold Steel, fishing for kings. You never know when the fish are about to bite. Just be ready.
Oh my God. Hopefully this one stays on. It's only been. Oh, look at him go. Easy, he's done. Come on, baby.
Sometimes when this run really gets going, you'll go an hour or two with nothing, and you'll grab a rod, and every rod will start to go. So you always got to be ready.
All right, the first one hit a 600 copper out off the board, so he's out there almost a quarter mile. And then the second one hit a downrigger down 150 feet. That's the way it happens. You sit there and you wait, and then when they want to eat, they eat.
People you have out today really don't care if you caught 6 or 10 or 12 yesterday. They want to know, what did we catch today?
Reel down to him, reel right down to the water, right down to the flasher, right down to the flasher. Easy. Reel down, reel right to the flasher, right to the flasher, right to the flasher, right. Reel, lift up, up. Oh, baby.
Takes the pressure off, see if we can get 1 or 2 more here in the final hour. This should be the magic time. That sun has kind of gone over towards the horizon, a little less light down there. You just suck it up and do the best you can and hopefully catch a lot of fish.
The salmon are here, and this is The Run.
The Run, presented by Gamma Line, is brought to you by Lake Ontario Outdoors, the outdoor sport resource for the Lake Ontario region. Frog Togs, the world leader in breathable stocking foot waders. Johnson's Carpet, America's floor store. Fusillo Dodge Chrysler Jeep, the official Dodge truck of The Run. Hot Mama Gina's, pepper sauces, relish, and spice rub. By Ashley Lynn Winery.
We just call it grinding, you know, you just keep grinding. Frenchie keeps changing, I keep watching my speed, keep trying to stay on this bait, dodge the other boats, and just wait for the next one.
I've learned more about how to be a guide, not how to fish, is from Troy as much as fishing. And trust me, I've learned more tricks since I've been with him than I have in the last 10 years, and I sincerely mean that.
We've been looking for fish all day, haven't marked anything to speak of, and there was 2, so hopefully we're in a good area. We're right back close to where we took our 1 fish that we do have, so maybe we got a little spot here to work and we can make it go. I marked it on the screen there right at 100 feet. I didn't want to say nothing, I didn't want to jinx us, I was just kind of biting my tongue. That number 1 rigger fired right off, so we're golden. You working with her okay?
Perfect. Yeah, we're
Keep
doing
a good bend in the rod. There we go.
Doing wonderful. Doing perfect.
Remember, whatever you got to do to keep that rod bent. That thing's like he's coming right at us. Anything you can do as you lift up to pull that fish that way a little bit would be great. Would be great. You got him coming. You're doing good. Way up, way back. You got him.
Good fish.
Good fish. You could throw a stone to where we caught that first fish from that fish. So we found a little bit of bait, you know, and a couple fish on it, and that's what I've been looking for all morning. I just wasn't able to find it, so.
I think he's one of the best on this fishery, hands down. And when you add all the other things that come along with being a great captain, he's got it all. And that's the truth, period.
Back on high adventure, they've found hungry fish and are tuned in and getting bites over the same spot repeatedly. The second half of the trip has been hot. With 5 kings in the cooler, Captain Troy has grinded it out and has made a fishing trip of memories and a lifetime for his clients. Troy put his years of experience together to make a hard day a success.
The fish gods are shining on us for a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
And when that comes out of the water, it's gonna feel like come off. Just get ready to reel really fast.
We're lucky to hang in here. Most of the boats went in, and now the rods are firing one after another. We got a lot of fish starting to show back up. Their eyesight's better than the bait, so they can go after the bait a lot easier with lower light. So that's why they wait for the lower light. You know, the bright light, they probably chase the bait, and the bait gets away. The lower light, they can really get after them, so they start feeding.
Yeah, them kings like that low light bite at night.
I was thinking of going to the bar tonight and finding a new crew, but I'm gonna let you guys stay in.
Yeah, it's always nice when the sun's going down and fishing picks up the magic hour, you know.
I never gave up once.
Little redheaded stepchild usually does the job when we need him. Way to go, buddy.
We have a lot of people fish stripers on the East Coast that come out with us, and you know, they say the first run of a striper will be kind of close to a salmon, but then after that, they don't seem to have the staying power that the salmon do, so they don't call them kings for nothing.
Head up to the press box. Best burgers in town.
If you want to experience the hard fight of a powerful king salmon, contact High Adventures or Cold Steel for the trip of a lifetime. Located a few blocks from the marina is Larry's Tackle Shop. the only tackle shop in Oswego. Here you will meet the owners, Larry and his wife, Debbie.
I was in the Air Force. Got a little drinking one night, no matter.
25 years. We'll be married.
She's the boss.
That's right. What I say goes. If you want to be married to me, you gotta do what I say. Can I have a rub up kiss, baby, and hug?
Oswego River was once a hotbed for fishing, but dangerous conditions from a man-made power dam has scared anglers away.
Anytime you can go down there and find a spot. It's about 30% of what it used to be.
Bank anglers who venture out are consistently warned to exit the river immediately by a siren which can sound at any time of day and as many times a day. The siren warns anglers that water will rise, creating dangerous conditions.
They're just overdoing it right now because they got sued. I was just watching it down there. The dam is completely off, and it's been off. They've turned the red light on. Now they come back out, and the water's not moving at all. So that's just messing with fishermen. That's all they're doing. But we'll take care of that Monday. 'Cause I don't take no shit from nobody.
Larry has made it his mission to try to bring safe, fun fishing back to the Oswego River.
Brookfields, they play a lot of damn games.
This is a true David and Goliath battle. The Run will follow this saga through the 2013 season.
It goes down every year, but we survive. Yep, we survive.
Next week on The Run, charter boats from the Salmon River, Henderson, and the Little Salmon River launch for the start of the 2013 season.
Here we are in another year. We would have never guessed that we could have got 2 of these years back to back.
Fish numbers are starting out like it did last year.
We were one of the only fish cleaning stations open because nobody was prepared. Who'd have thought that they'd happen in August?
So these fish coming in early is a bonus.
The town of Pulaski in Oswego County brace for 250,000 anglers waiting to descend on the area. Till next week, fish on.